Welcome to this video. I'll be solving this mock or practice exam that I found on crackap.com. This is on logarithmic functions, so it's just a bunch of multiple choice, supposedly on logarithmic functions. Okay, I feel like people like when I do problems on logs, so here's another one. Okay, so number one says if log of A is 2, log of B is 4, which the following is the numerical value of log of A cubed over square root of B. Okay, so we got to use these somehow. So here I'm thinking we can use properties of logs, of course, to break this up into two logs. So log of A over B, or let me use different variables. Log of x over y is log x minus log y. So we can say this is log of A cubed minus log of square root of B. We can first break it up like that. And then we can use another property where when there's a exponent, if the whole thing inside the log is exponentiated, we can bring that power out in front. So it would be 3 log of A minus, this is B to the half power. So it would be half log of B. Now we can use the two given values to help us out now. 3 times log of A is 2, minus half log of B is 4. So this is 6 minus 2, which is 4. Expression 3 log x minus the third log y is equivalent to which of the following? So let's peek at the choices to see what we can possibly do. Okay, so it's probably trying to combine it into one log. Okay, so I can for sure tell it's not D already. Okay, let me just combine it and we'll see if we can get something close, but clearly not right. So that's probably what they're trying to trick you with. Okay, so we're gonna do similar. We can, like over here, I brought the power out. I can bring it back inside. So it would be log of x cubed minus log of y to the 1/3. Let me just write it like that first, which we can, I'll do it in another step, minus log of the cube root of y. Okay, and then we have difference of two logs. Like over here, we can go back to the quotient and write it as one log. So it'd be log of x cubed over cube root of y. Okay, so that looks like it is C. So here, I have no idea where this 3 went and this 1/3 went. Okay, here, we cannot just divide the two. How can difference of two things suddenly become a quotient? Doesn't work like that. And this one, they brought this back in and they brought it back in, but then same, so that's what they did here. But then same argument, how can a difference of two things suddenly become a quotient? Okay, so that's my, hopefully, explaining why those are not right. If log of n is half log of A minus 2 log of B plus log C, what does n equal to? So here, I probably want to combine all these into a single log again, similar to like up here. So let's do it. So first of all, let me distribute this half to both of these. So it would be half log of A minus 2 times half is 1, so minus log of B plus log of C. Okay, now let's bring this half back inside, so it would be square root of A inside minus log of B plus log of C. Now we have a difference of two logs. We can write it as a quotient. Log of square root A over B plus log of C. We can rewrite this. We have the addition of two logs of the same base. So we can multiply the arguments. So it'd be log of square root of A times C over B. So clearly, if the arguments have to match. So n is square root of a times c over b. So that is choice B, it looks like. If f of x is log of x squared and g of x is x over 10, then f of g of x equals which of the following? So f of g of x composite function, we need to plug in g of x into x over here. So it'll be log of x over 10 squared. Okay, that doesn't match one of the choices though, so what do we do? Okay, so let us bring the 2 out first. Or maybe we can do it a lot of ways, actually. Maybe let's do this. Let's square this term first. It'll be x squared over 100. Okay. Now we can use the property where we have a quotient inside the log. We can break it up into 2 logs as a difference. Okay, so it'll be log of x squared minus log of 100. Okay. Now, log of 100, so let's even rewrite that as this. I can bring the 2 out, so 2 log of x minus log of 100 is 10 squared. Okay, this is log base 10. So log base 10 of 10 squared is just 2. So it'll be 2 log of x minus 2. And I don't see a choice there. Let me peek at what the solution is. Well, this is exactly what they got, but I think none of the choices, they made a typo in one of the choices probably. But this is the answer. So no choice was available for us. Maybe it's choice E. There used to be a choice E in AP exams. Okay, moving on. So this is the right answer. So hopefully, if you got confused from the website saying, where did they get that? This is how they got it. This is the right answer. The choices aren't right. What's the domain of the graph of f of x is c log base b of x minus a, where a is greater than 0 and c is greater than 1? Domain, well, that just means that x minus a has to be greater than 0. The argument of the log has to be greater than 0. So x is greater than a. Okay, so domain, let's see if there's a choice there. Yes, x is greater than a. Choice C. Okay, moving on. That was 5, right? Okay, yeah, so that was C. If log of 30 is b, which of the following expressions is equivalent to b minus 1 squared? So we probably just want to plug in b as log of 30. Okay. Now what do we do? We probably need to change something of this 1. So maybe let's write that as a log. Because I know that log of 10 is equal to 1. Okay. So now we have a difference of 2 logs. We can say it's log of 30 over 10. And we want to square that still, which is log of 3. And we square that. So the answer is C, it looks like. Yes. Oh, sorry, circled the wrong one. Okay. This one says log base 3x squared plus 5 is 2. Then what is the value of x? Okay, so how do we solve this? Well, we have to exponentiate both sides. So 3 to the log base 3 of x squared plus 5. That would just give us x squared plus 5, which is equal to 3 to the second power. So x squared plus 5 is equal to 9. Solve for x squared is 4, x is plus or minus 2. Okay, we need to double check that this is in the domain. So in the domain of this guy, just this guy would be x squared plus 5 has to be greater than 0. Well, when we square something and we add it to 5, so squaring something is always positive and we add 5. It's going to be always positive, even if x was 0. Okay, so these two are in the domain. So 7 should be A. What is the inverse of the sky? So we want to swap the y and the x. So x is log of y minus 5. So we got to solve for y. We exponentiate both sides. 10 to the x would be y minus 5. Okay, so y is equal to 10 to the x plus 5. So the answer is C. Company tracked the sales on their app for the first 14 days after it was released. Data are shown in the table below. Company noticed that the sales slowed over time and wanted to write an equation to model this data to predict future sales. Which of the following regression equations best models the data in the given table? Okay, so here, how should we approach this? Well, I'm thinking right away that if you plug in x as 1, ln of 1 is 0. Okay, so initial value is over here, should be very close to 217. Okay, which are actually quite far off, unless I'm missing something. Okay, so the closest one would be A, but let's continue to see what other easy points can we pick. So if I plug in x is e, ln of e is 1. What is e? E, remember, is approximately 2.7. So let's round it up to 3. Okay, so when we... Okay, so I got lost as to what I was doing. Let's round it up to 3. So let's assume this would be 3. So it'll be 3 times, let's just round this to even, 435 plus, let's say this is 270. Does it equal, or is it close to this guy? Okay, this would be what? 1200 plus, that would be 90 plus 15 plus 270. So that is much bigger. Okay, so I feel like all these will be much bigger then. Because this would be, because you're adding some bigger number, bigger initial, and then these are going to be quite big as well. Okay, let me see what the answer put. So I'm thinking it's A, just from the initial, very initial points. They did pick A, so why did they say that? Oh, they allowed a calculator in this question. Okay, so I'm guessing if you plug this into your calculator, all these points, then the closest answer is A. But actually, in the beginning, I believe they said no calculator allowed. Yeah, it's not allowed. So I don't know why this website decided to throw in a calculator problem then. But just hopefully, from what I just explained, if I just plug in x is 1, ln of 1 is 0. So we just look at the initial value over here, the initial offset, and the closest one is A. That's how I would approach it, at least, instead of going through point by point with no calculator. Okay. Which scatter plot shows data that could be modeled by a logarithmic regression? Okay, so a logarithmic function looks something like this. You got to know that. So let's see which one kind of has it. A or B. So this initial one might be able to, but then it starts dropping. So this, like a parabola, would work well for this. This one looks like kind of sinusoidal, actually. So probably not that. This one looks like that shape that I drew, right? And this one, it decreases and increases again. So if you notice, back to my sketch, log is monotonic. It keeps increasing. So this one has the best shape. So choice C. Okay? And that's it. Hopefully, once again, if you struggled with solving logarithmic equations and all that, simplifying logs. Hopefully this was helpful just to see me approach it. And I have no idea if I did it differently than this website. Once again, the website is crackap.com. They have solutions and explanations. No guarantees that it's accurate, but I solved them as you just saw, and hopefully my explanations were helpful if they don't quite match how the website approached it. Okay, so please like and subscribe if this video has helped you, and please look out for the next video. I don't know, once again, which topic I'll be doing, but I'll be doing at least one more. So please be on the lookout for that video if interested.